Hi there, Visionary family. Welcome back to another one with Lady Visionary. It has been a while since I've been live. I know. But your girl has been occupied, has been busy, has been, you know, trying to work through things still here in Rwanda. So if you're new to my channel, because I know I have had so many new subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for joining the Visionary family. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. We have over 8,200 plus subscribers. I just want to thank each and every one of you for you just being here and supporting me. Thank you guys so much. Can you believe, anyway, we'll get into that. We'll get into that very, very soon, because I know so many of you have questions, and please do stick around because I will send out a link so you can come in and join me live and ask your questions. I did put out something on my community tab asking you all to ask me questions that you would want me to address in this live. And I do have questions, and I'm sure so many of you out there will also have more questions for me as well. So welcome. As you enter, please smash the like button. It is absolutely free, guys, absolutely free. Support your girl, Lady Visionary, and smash the like button. And then just be prepared for what questions you want to ask me. If you want to come in and talk to me live, I'm happy to send out the link. I'm so happy to be here. It has been a while, you guys, it's been a while. I've been doing a lot in Rwanda, and I also wanted to share with you all because I know the questions that you're asking, many of you are thinking about Rwanda as a place that you would want to relocate to. So those questions is just to help you clarify seeing whether Rwanda would be a suitable place for you. And I'll say that, Rwanda is not for absolutely everyone. Yes, I said it. Rwanda is not for everyone. So you need to do your research and you need to visit, and then, from there, you can find out whether Rwanda is going to be the place for you. So thank you so much for being here. Again, please don't forget to like and just be active in the comment section. Please ask your questions if you have any. Just be interactive. I would really appreciate that. For those of you guys who may be interested in doing a consultation with me, you're interested in relocating to Rwanda, you want to know more, you have a lot of questions, you want clarification, then I will leave all the details down below in the description bar of how you can reach out to me, and we can go through a Zoom consultation to help you gain all the knowledge and perspectives that you need in order to help you transition here to Rwanda. There's some new things that have happened that I haven't said on the channel. Recently, we launched the Diaspora Food Cooperative. Now, you may be wondering, what is that, Lady Visionary? What are you doing now? You're doing so many things. Yes, we launched the Diaspora Food Cooperative. That's where diasporans in Rwanda, we came together, put money together, and basically planted foods together. And at the end of it, the season, we will harvest and share the produce between ourselves and also with our community. So it just depends on what each individual wants to do with their produce. But you all know that it's getting ridiculously expensive. Like, my dad was here, my sister was here, and they were telling me how expensive food is becoming in the West, in the UK, and many people from the US have also been telling me how expensive food is becoming there, and it really is a struggle. And people are saying, well, if the prices are inflating so much, what's going to happen in the next couple of months or year, and so on and so forth. So looking at that, we are also here in Africa, here in Rwanda, seeing the transition, seeing the changes with regards to inflation. Maybe it's impacting people from low socioeconomic groups more than others. However, the pinch is slowly creeping up. So food prices are slowly creeping up in Rwanda. So I had the idea that why don't we, the diaspora, start planting together, just put some money together, small money together. I have land. It's available. The land is very fertile. Let's plant, let's harvest together. And, we don't have to worry because, that's one of the things, the luxuries, I guess, that we don't have in the West and in America is that, planting your own food. But in Africa, we can plant our own food. So many of you may be asking, okay, Lady Visionary, what have you guys planted? We've planted Irish potatoes, we've planted sweet potatoes, we've planted corn, we've planted beans, we've planted cauliflower, we've planted cabbage, we've planted pumpkin. And I just want to say that my pumpkin seeds are from Jamaica. And the last harvest, which I did share out with some of the diasporans, they loved it. Like the pumpkin is really, really good. We've planted also beetroot. What else have we planted? Cucumber, carrots, onions. We have planted quite a bit. And we're about to harvest very, very soon. So I think what I'll do is document that on the channel so you all can see what has transpired. So yes, just want to let you know about that. And what I will also encourage is those people, it doesn't matter if you're in Rwanda, if you're in Ghana, Tanzania, Namibia, form a food cooperative where you can basically come together as a group, bring some money together, get some land, and start planting your own foods. This is very, very paramount. And if you know what Bill Gates is doing, he's acquiring a lot of land. I know in America, in the US, and also in Africa, because these people, they want to control the food chain, And so I encourage the diaspora to think about buying agricultural land when you are on the motherland, when you are in Rwanda. I don't know what else to say about that, but it's very, very important for you to acquire agricultural land. Yeah, very, very important. So that's that with the Diaspora Food Project. We're really, really excited about that. You all know that I launched my hotel on July 13th, which was my youngest son's birthday. I've been working behind the scenes on, sustaining myself, my family in Rwanda, because moving to a completely different country, a new country, starting from scratch has been challenging. And one of the things I say to people is that you need to come with a plan that you need to execute and be able to survive. There will be some adjustments that need to be made. You need to be flexible. You need to be willing to adapt. And one of the things I've said it on my channel so many times is that you need to be severely patient with Africa. This is not just Rwanda, it's across the board, from other people that I've spoken to who've lived in Africa for 20 years, down to people who've just arrived, and myself who's been in Rwanda for 2 years. You need to be able to exercise a level of patience that you never thought you had. People are coming and realizing, well, it's not going to be as straightforward as I thought. I'm not going to be able to set up or, deliver my business within 3 months, or be able to start building my house in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months. There's certain processes I need to wait on in order to do that. And that may take time. Some of the systems, okay, let's talk about the Rwanda. Some of the systems are slow. Some of the systems can be painfully slow. Like, for example, as I said previously, you all know that I launched my business July 2022 of this year. There's certain things I am able to do with my business, but because certain policies or things are not in place, I cannot move forward with certain aspects of my business. And I've been here 2 years now and things are not in place. So you see, that can bring about frustration for the average person, and I feel like maybe if I didn't have the passion that I have for Rwanda, if I didn't have the love that I have for Rwanda and everything else, maybe I would even decide to get up and leave, because it does affect obviously income and so on. So be mindful that things that you may think that may take maybe 3 months could take 6 months, 9 months to a year. So it's very important for you to be open-minded and just be willing to set yourself or allocate a time frame and just remember that it may take twice or even 3 times that time in order to achieve what you need to achieve. That way you don't set yourself up for disappointment, because one of the things is that when you're on the internet and you're watching all these different YouTubers, you have to also be aware that what you're watching and then what's really happening on the ground, the realities of navigating through the systems, and how that may look like for you here can be very different. So I do encourage you to just be open and, yeah, just be patient, willing to adapt, allocate yourself, double the time. Again, if you think, it's going to be 3 months, allocate yourself 6 months, because overall, one of the biggest problems we have in Africa is that systems can be extremely, and in sometimes painfully slow. So, and a lot of people can be put off by that. But once you get past these barriers, once you get past these challenges, you can live a successful life here. You can live a more fulfilling life here in Rwanda. So just, preparing you, as some of you are already here and are finding the challenges, and you wish you knew this information prior to coming. And many of you will be outside watching, and you need this information to help you plan and help you have a successful transition. Don't do anything in a haste. Remember, there are people who are moving because maybe it's their time. Your time may look very different to someone else. So don't compare yourself with anyone. I know many of you want to get to the continent, but just be patient, plan, allocate your time accordingly, and, ask yourself why you're moving to the continent, because a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon. They're sort of getting caught up in the whole excitement, but it's very dangerous to do that, because you need to know why it is that you're coming to the motherland, right? You're making that decision. So when you get here and things are not working out because you haven't planned accordingly, you cannot blame anyone else. I've said this time and time on my channel, what you're seeing, sometimes you don't get the full picture of everything. So you need to get on the ground. You need to get in contact with the industry that you're interested in. You need to reach out to people who are already on the ground, connect with them, do consultations, maybe do a consultation from different people, not just myself, or not just, another YouTuber. Find out different perspectives. That's going to help you have a successful transition, because it's such a big life decision to move yourself, to uproot yourself from somewhere to another place. You really need this to be a calculated and a wise decision, and something that you've done not in a haste, but it's been well planned out, and you know exactly what you're doing, and you know exactly what you want. The move to Africa, again, is not for absolutely everyone. Make sure you have critically analyzed, you have critically assessed, and you know why it is that you need to be here, right? And you have a plan. At least you have a plan. Your plan may not go accordingly every single time, but at least you have grounds or foundations to work with, as opposed to just turning up or shipping your entire house from the US or the UK, and then coming here and realizing, actually, wow, this is not for me, or being overwhelmed, because one of the challenges, for example, with relocating to Rwanda, language is a big barrier, right? Language can be a big barrier. Yes, you can hire a translator, which is going to help you tremendously. But then again, if you don't know the person and they're translating for you, they may not be working in your best interest, So that's something you also have to be mindful about. You have to be careful about. There is a big language barrier, and you also have to be willing to maybe take Kinyarwanda classes so you can, you know, at least know the basics and be able to do to do some conversational Kinyarwanda. I think that's very, very vital. It's very, very key. As I said, just because someone is translating for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are acting in your best interest. And it's something that I've not seen, and it's something that I thought I'd highlight here on the channel to help people who are thinking about relocating or they're already here on the ground. So thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Really great to see you all here. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, make sure you you send them out in the comments. Any questions that you want to ask me in particularly, I'm happy to answer them. This is basically going to be directed by you all out there who are watching. You know, if you have your questions, send them out. If you don't, then, you know, I guess I'm like, you know what, they're bored of me. Lady Visionary hasn't been around for a while, so they're like, you know, they're fed up with me. So if you want to keep the conversation going, please, please, please send your questions. I'm here for you guys as long as you're here and interacting with me in the comments section. So I have got a couple of questions from people who have reached out to me on my community tab via YouTube. And the first question, I will be looking down because the questions are down there. But in the meantime, you can also be thinking about questions that you would like to ask me. Again, I'll be transparent as I can be to help you with your journey. So someone asked me about acquiring land in Rwanda. You know, nothing has really changed with regards to acquiring land right now. You must have your investment certificate, which you can obtain that via the Rwanda Development Board. You can actually apply for the investment certificate online. The only challenge is paying the $500 fee that is required for the investment certificate. So here in Rwanda, in order to acquire land, you need to have an investment certificate. Within that, before you can get that investment certificate, you need to have a business plan, a 5-year business plan. There's no set amount with regards to how much you need to invest, but you need to be able to show a 5-year business plan with cash flow and a business plan that Rwanda sees it as something that is needed in Rwanda and something that is sustainable and will grow here in Rwanda. So you really need to think about your business plan. And once you pay your $500 or you pay the conversion in francs, you submit that. They say that to get the investment certificate, to get the investment certificate process is like 3 days plus, 3 days to 5 days. But from my experience, it could take 3 weeks to a month. So you just have to bear that in mind. And you use that investment certificate, which is valid for 5 years, to acquire your land for business purposes and also your land for residential purposes as well. So those of you who are coming and those of you who are already here on the ground, the Rwanda Development Board has an investor open day every single Friday, right? Every Fridays from 9 o'clock until 11 o'clock. It's best to go early so that you can basically go there. There's a team that can answer all your questions with regards to investing in Rwanda and investing in a particular area in Rwanda. So if you're planning to come, make sure you don't miss that. Every Friday, there is an investor opening day at the RDB branch in Kigali, right? So those are people who are going to give you first-hand information about investing in Rwanda. And there you will have an opportunity to ask as many questions as you can in order to gain the information that you need in order for your journey here to be a successful one. But as I mentioned earlier, because some of you guys are just coming in, you need to set yourself enough time. If you have planned for 3 months, give it 6 months. If you have planned for 6 months, give it 1 year, because processes in Rwanda as well can be slow. But I have experienced times when services has been quick. An example where I've experienced something that is slow, like waiting for a letter, something that should take 3 weeks, has taken me 6 months. And during that time, I did become frustrated, but at the same time, I had to go get myself to a place where I just calmed down, and then just, was just being patient in terms of waiting. That's something that is an issue across Africa, is time. And for me, time is of the essence. When you're losing time, you're wasting time, things are being lost. So that has been a major, major challenge for me, and also adjusting to that difference, because in the UK, I'm used to things going like very, very quickly. I'm just bam, bam, bam. I'm used to things going very quickly. I'm used to processes being very quick. Whereas here, it's like, right, this is a big slowdown for me. So it's something that you really have to think about when coming to Rwanda. So yes, I think I spoke about acquiring land, but if you think that there's anything else that I need to add, or any questions on the back of that, then you can send them out in the comments. Hello, hello, I'm seeing more of you guys join. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash on that like button. That's one way you can help the channel. I know I have not been on, like, I have not been live. I've been posting here and there, but I haven't been so consistent, because I am working behind the scenes, and unfortunately I don't make money really on YouTube. So I have to focus on my projects that is making me an income, and also something that things that I'm working on behind the scenes that's helping to sustain my family here. Because you guys know I'm a wife and I'm a mum of 2 boys, and I'm not looking to go back to the UK. So there's been times where I've been like a little bit concerned. So I've just been like, okay, let me just focus on my crafts, focus on this strategy in terms of self-sustainability, and then I'll come back to YouTube. I'm not a big YouTuber like the Water Myers, and so on. So you have to understand, your girl is not making thousands of dollars on YouTube, or I'm not really making any money on YouTube, if I'm totally honest. So yeah, that's it about acquiring land. I also want to let you guys know that in January I will be showing you guys some lake properties, so plots of land that have a very beautiful view of the lake, and that's particularly Lake Burera in the north. So if you're interested in lake properties, as for example for a retirement home, or just a guest house, or something that you'd like to do with that, then please do stay connected. I will send all the information on my community tab, so do please look out for that. Okay, so someone has asked me as well how much a 3-bedroom rental would cost. The person didn't indicate whether this was for Kigali or whether it would be for Musanze, and you all know that I'm basically based in Musanze. I'm based in the northern region. So many of the diasporans are concentrated in Kigali, where you have a lot more resources. I'm in the north, where things are still, even though yes, things are still developing in Kigali, but the growth is faster in Kigali than it is here, and they have a lot more access to resources in Kigali than we do here. But with my work, I didn't want to concentrate on investing or helping the area that's already got so much investment, and where all the diasporans are focused on. I really wanted to focus more on the remote side of Rwanda, and reaching those areas that areas where there are people from low socioeconomic groups that really need the help. So I've chosen to invest and build the hotel. Someone is mentioning the water project, reaching villages that really need help. So the Masazera water project, which is still ongoing. We're also giving poor communities cattle, and reaching out to those families whose children are malnutritioned. And more recently, we're launching a library in Musanze. It's not just any library, I should say. It's the first Black library in Rwanda, I believe. So the library basically focuses on, improving development and literacy in this particular area in Musanze. We want to really teach people through books about Black history, because through talking to Rwandans, I find that they mainly are focused on their own history, right? Around the genocide and so on. And, Black history goes beyond that. And obviously learning a deeper understanding about colonization and slavery and the impact. So the library is also going to be focusing on Black representation and, books that are written by Black authors, and, that people can really relate to and be able to aspire to that. So I'm really, really excited about that project. If you're coming to Rwanda and you can donate books, I would really appreciate that. Again, I have got a GoFundMe link. I will put it in the description bar, but also if you want to support, you can do with a super chat as well whenever I'm live. Not that I'm alive so that often, but reach out to me via email as well, and we can talk about how you can support. Also, if you're coming to Rwanda and you want to see the library, you want to travel up to Musanze and see what Lady Visionary is actually doing on the ground. Only just yesterday, I met with a couple who came from Ghana. They moved from the US to Ghana 20 years ago, and they came to Rwanda and wanted to see what I'm doing here in Rwanda. They came to visit the library. They donated to the library as well. They were very, very encouraging. And then after the library, we went up to the lake and they were able to see what I've been doing up there. And we had a wonderful, wonderful Caribbean meal. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica, but grew up in Rwanda. So, grew up in Rwanda. I was born in Jamaica, grew up in the UK, and now I'm living in Rwanda with my family. So that's me. And so what I've tried to do with the hotel is incorporate our Jamaican menus, such as the steamed fish, rice and peas, jerk chicken. And so far, if you read our reviews on Google, so if you Google Twin Lakes Recreational Island, you will see our reviews, and you will see that so many people have enjoyed our food, our views, and the overall experience. So again, I will leave the link to our hotel. It's a glam site. So you can do, it's not just any sort of hotel like camping. It's very kind of rustic luxury, beautiful views. And if you don't want to stay in any of the tents, then you can stay in one of our cottages. I do also have the promo video on this channel, so you can go ahead and also check it out. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. I'm seeing more of you join us. Thank you so much. It has been a while, but your girl is still here. I'm working and everything is pretty okay. So someone is saying, talk about real estate in Rwanda. It seems like it is booming, right? So what you will see when you come to Kigali, or maybe if you watch some of the other YouTubers who are doing like neighborhood videos and things like that, that you will see that even in COVID times, when I was like being here, I see that, I'm like, okay, people are going broke and this and this. It was quite a challenging time. But even in Rwanda, I saw that people were still building houses, apartments, hotels, and so on. So, like the real estate industry was really kind of moving forward. But also what you have to think about, yes, I think some people are building, they're like, okay, I'll build a home. I can maybe put it on Airbnb. I can rent it out for a short term, and then come back at a later date. Now, as much as real estate is booming, people are building houses, apartments are going up, hotels are going up. There's a lot of competition, and you've got to remember that Rwanda is not a big country. It has a population of like 13 million. Right, just thinking about Kigali, where there is currently, yes, a boom with regards to the real estate industry. It doesn't mean that if you build a property, you're going to have full capacity or any capacity in terms of people renting your space. The the Airbnb market, the rental market overall, it is quite saturated and there is a lot of competition. So you just have to be mindful of that, because I have had people who have built properties or buy properties expecting it to, do well on Airbnb, expecting someone to rent it out because it is beautiful, but we're having a lot more options here. So, and a lot of competition and a lot of people who have been in the Airbnb business for quite a while. So that's something that you really need to take into account, that just because you buy a property, you build a property, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will have someone to rent it straight away. I've had someone also who also bought a property, built a property, and still after like a year, like a year, they still haven't had anyone rent out that property. So it's just something to be mindful of. There is a boom, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you will make enough money from it as you think. So it's just something to also be mindful about. So yeah, hopefully I've covered that well for you. Someone asked me, which place do you like in Rwanda? Which place do I like in Rwanda? Okay, so I love the place that I've invested in. That is Lake Burera. I love the Twin Lakes, so Lake Rohondo, Lake Burera, but my hotel is specifically located at Lake Burera, like where you can see, have a beautiful view of the water, the greenery, the volcano, the chain of volcanoes, just how relaxing it is, like the environment, just lots and lots of breeze, lots and lots of birds. And for me, growing up in Jamaica, where I used to go to the beach every single weekend with my dad, that's the sort of thing that I love, and I wanted to create an environment that sort of reminds me of my childhood that people would also enjoy. So I love so much Lake Breda. Even though it's my hotel, it's also my home, So yeah, that's a place I really love. And another place of mine that I really love is Lake Kivu, Gisenyi. Gisenyi, I love Gisenyi. Whenever I take my guests down there, I always feel happy. I know they'll have a great time. And Gisenyi is closer to the border of Congo, so that's Goma. So yeah, I also love Gisenyi. Lake Kivu is absolutely stunning. Absolutely, I love it. Every time I go there, I really feel completely relaxed. So I love. And another place that I visited a couple of months back, maybe it's going to be 5 months or so now, is Kibuye. And I visited Kibuye and I fell in love. Like, I was like, what? Just when I think that I found the place that I love in Rwanda, I visit another place and I'm like, wow, like Rwanda just keeps surprising me. That's what I love about Rwanda, that it keeps me on my toes and it keeps on surprising me. And I as much as I still have ongoing challenges with Rwanda, I love Rwanda so much. So people be saying, okay, what challenges are there? Like, well, one of the major challenge that I'm currently facing right now is the fact that, yes, I've started my business, but I'm also a bit stuck because there's certain things that need to be in place, such as a master plan for the area, which is not currently in place. So it is slowing me down and impacting my business, I would say. And so that's something that I'm currently trying to see whether I can pull people together in order to get a master plan for the Twin Lakes in the northern region, and seeing if not just myself, but other investors can progress and also impact the community, because, it's an area that really, really needs development. So yeah, so the last question I have here, and then I'll answer some of your questions. So again, please type. If you have any questions, send them out for me. I'd really appreciate that. In the meantime, please smash the like button. And if you're interested to support the library project, you can do that via Super Chat, or you can reach out to me via email. And I also have an Amazon book list. So if you want to purchase any books, then you can purchase through the Amazon link, and then I will collect the books. Okay, so Someone was saying a step by step how to turn a US business to, I guess, transition a US business to Rwanda. I think to do that, all you need to do is basically register online. So via the Rwanda Development Board, that's where you register a business, and that businesses can be registered within 24 hours. But guys, it's not as simple as it may seem. Depending on the type of business that you're doing, you may need extra criteria. That's what I said that if you're here on the ground, every Friday in Rwanda, at the development board in Kigali, they do an investment open day from 9 till 11 around there. So it's best that you go early with all your questions. And also you can reach out to the Rwanda Development Board via email to ask them any questions with regards to your business. You can register your business within 24 hours, but there may be some extra criteria depending on the type of business that you're doing. So you have to be mindful of that, because you may need those in order for you to start to operate fully, right? And I've had people who have come not knowing that they need certain things in place, or not being prepared, or not knowing how long the process may be, thinking that it will take a month, but actually it's taken them 3 to 6 months, okay? So again, that's something that you have to be mindful of, that in Africa, in Rwanda, process can be painfully slow. And that is the honest truth. Like when I say painfully slow, it means that it's like so frustrating, to a point where you're like, you start getting a headache, because you're like, something so simple, that should take 2-3 weeks. Why is it taking 6 months, right? But you have no control. You literally have to sit and wait. Yes, you may prompt them and things like that, but at the end of the day, it still may take 6 months. It still may take 6 months. So please be mindful of that. For me, I try to be as transparent as I can, answering your questions. I really want you guys to be successful when with regards to your relocation journey. That's something that I'm very, very passionate about, is you guys being successful. And one of the things that I've noted, and I was talking about yesterday, and not to go off tangent there, and I will go through the comments in a moment to see your questions and so on, and acknowledge who's in the building. But one thing, oh, should I come back to this? Oh, let me greet you guys, because I think that what I'm going on to is quite maybe a lengthy one. It's maybe a lengthy one. So let me see what questions you have, and then let me just write myself a note, because I don't want to miss this. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to miss this point, which I think is so important. So let me just go through and see who's in the building right now. Let's see who's in the building. We have, is it Nanubian in the building? I think I got an email from you. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. So I did send you back a reply. So please check your email and then send that back to me. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really, really appreciate you being here. Honeycomb 3688 is in the building. Hey. I know it's been a while. How have you been? Peace and blessings. I agree. You should visit first. I was in Rwanda for a month in August and September. Fantastic. I didn't see you. Why didn't you hit me up? Why didn't you send me an email? September also was my birthday month. Yeah, September was my birthday month as well. But I hope you let the viewers know how Rwanda was, how Rwanda treated you. Would you recommend Rwanda? Yes, it's very, very important, I think, to visit. I've had so many of subscribers come and visit the place and just fall in love with Rwanda altogether. But yes, it's a different ball game when you're thinking about relocating here. You have to really visit. And even I think now that I've been here so long, I used to say to you guys, come visit for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But even then, guys, it's not enough. I've been here like straight now for over 2 years. I've been in Rwanda straight, because you guys knew I came before in 2019, but went back to the UK and so on, and in the height of COVID then came back. But so if you want to say how long. It's kind of been like 3 years then, but I've been in Rwanda straight for 2 years, and even now I'm still learning a lot. I'm still learning so much. So I'm like, I'm thinking, right, guys, I don't think 3 weeks is enough. If you're coming to Rwanda, my new thing is, if you can, come and visit for 3 months. Come visit, stay for 3 months. Forget 3 weeks that I was saying before. Come and stay for 3 months. I think that's going to help you to get a real feel before you hop on that plane, ship all your containers and stuff. Just come and visit if you can for 3 months, because I feel like now that I've been here for so long, I feel like the 3 weeks that the 3 week prescription I had given you to guys to visit, it's not. No. You need to come and be here, immerse yourself for a good 3 months to really get a feel of Rwanda and the processes and the systems, and how your life may fit in or how you may have to adjust. Yeah, I think my new prescription, guys, it's 3 months. Yeah, if you can, come for 3 months or aim towards that 3 months, right? It's so important. Nana Dreams is in the building. Hey, how are you doing? Honeycomb 369A, glad to see you on a live. Yes, it's been a while, and I know that people are like, where is Lady Visionary? I am still here. Like, Rwanda's home. Rwanda's home for me. I'm not going anywhere. Yes, I plan to travel to. I really do want to be able to travel to different African countries and see more of the world. But the reality is that, when you're starting a business and starting a lot of these projects, social impact projects, community projects, it does require a lot. And I really need to be focused. I can't be thinking about, right, let me just be a nomad and travel here and there. No, I can't right now. But eventually, I would like to have some time to be able to take a break, because I do feel like I need a break. But Lady Visionary, I'm always like, my brain is always ticking. I'm always thinking about the next thing. I'm always thinking about how I can perfect things. But I think I will settle for a while. The business has launched, and then the library we're about to launch in January. So, I'm really excited, and but I will kind of slow things down and just focus a bit on the projects that I've started, and also just seeing them out to perfection and seeing them out to completion. So I think that will be one of my big focus for 2023, is basically, working on those projects that I've started, promoting the hotel, because any new business such as the hotel that I've launched, things can be slow. So it's just about my marketing strategy and how I'm going to bring more clients and so on to help to build the business. So things are slow, but slowly but surely. Again, I have to be patient and I have to be willing to put in the work. So that's why you have not seen me so much on live, because I am doing a lot behind the scenes, and also being a mommy to 2 boys that are very, very energetic and love their mommy and are so attached to me. It's like, I'm running with all my projects, but at the end of it, I have to come home and then make sure the kids are fine, and still building that bond with them. So very, very important stuff going on. Honeycomb is saying, Rwanda is absolutely beautiful. Yes, the land of 1,000 hills. Even the couple that came to visit me in the north, they visited the library. It was just really amazing to see that, people are coming to Rwanda. They have watched my channel. They know the works that I'm doing here. And they're like, Lady Visionary, we want to come and see what you're doing on the ground. And we want to be able to support what you're doing. So for me, it was just really overwhelming and really a blessing. So if you're watching, because I don't know if they want their names out on YouTube, but if you're watching, you know who you are. You came to visit my projects and just supported me in many ways. So I just want to say thank you so much. you know, that I'm just, yeah, I'm just really, really grateful, really, really grateful. So thank you. More Fortune is in the building. Hey, 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 how are you doing? Just got in the live stream. Hello, hello, and welcome. Hello and welcome. Honeycomb 368A saying, appreciate your work and professionalism. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your comment. Thank you so much for your ongoing encouragement. Okay. MKC, what's the status of the water project now? That's a really interesting one. So someone came to visit the water project, and so okay, we had fundraised 2,200, right? And basically there are some hiccups in the project and some processes that needed to be in place, but that I didn't know about before. Initially, I had approached the local government about my project, my plan. They were all on board. They helped me to mobilize local people to do the works, but then there has been a block in the road. So, which means that we've had to step back a bit and then wait for those things to be in place before we can proceed. But the water project is something that I'm still working on. I will still see it through to completion. But again, what I said earlier on is that sometimes you're doing things and you think that it will be in this time frame, and you meet some bumps in the road and you're like, whoa, I wasn't really prepared for this, or you know, I tried to mitigate these circumstances, but unfortunately you're faced with them and you cannot move forward until those are addressed, which has been very frustrating. But at the same time, I'm really committed to seeing this project through. So definitely for 2023, we are going to continue to press forward with the Master Zero Water project, and we definitely will see it through to completion. There's just hurdles in the way that we have to jump, unfortunately. And again, in Africa, processes can be extremely slow, or not fast enough. And it really takes a lot to continue to have that drive and passion for something, when you know that it's so easy, but actually it's taken so long. But the Master Zero Water project is still underway and will still be going ahead. More Fortune, what's the cost of living in Musanze? Right. Okay, so sorry, I didn't answer that question properly. So someone asked, how much was a 3-bedroom rental? So in Kigali, it's possible that you can find a 3-bedroom rental for, and like if it's unfurnished, yeah, it will be like $500, right? And if it's furnished, it will be between $800 and $1,000. It's possible to find that because, again, we're getting so much competition now in Rwanda that, and so many houses are basically not vacant, so people are forced to lower their prices. So, you know, that will be Kigali. And then Musanze, you can find like an unfurnished house for about like 300, or a furnished house for 300 or even to 500, right? So that is Musanze. You can find a furnished house for 300 to 500, right? So hope that helps. Hope that helps. Honeycomb 368A saying library is a beautiful project. Yes, it really is an amazing project. I think one of the projects that inspired me is the library in Ghana. So that's the Library of African Diaspora, is it Library of African Diaspora? Library of Africa and African Diaspora. That was launched by a lady called Sylvia in Ghana, which for her, she is, you know, very tuned into Black history and Black representation. So a lot of the books that she has actually represent that. So Black history, and representation is so important. So many times we're reading books, or our children are reading books that have nothing to do with them, that doesn't reflect them. I'm not saying they can't read books that are written by white authors, but that has been the ongoing narrative. And so you do have young children as young as 3, 4 not liking their hair, Black children, sorry, who are not liking their hair, the texture of their hair, the color of their skin. So they need to be reading more materials, more books that is representative of them, and also learning more through our history. And I think that's something that's lacking in Rwanda. So that's why I've also decided to launch the first Black library here in Musanze. So yeah, it's a really an amazing project, and I'm so happy. Even though, guys, I must say, it wasn't something that I thought was going to happen this year, if I'm really honest. But after sort of thinking about it, it just came in my mind. I was thinking about it, and I was like, why not? And also, I really also want to get my children involved. My children are ambassadors of the library, by the way. If you don't know, my children are 3 years old, and I've got a 4-year-old as well. And already I'm getting them prepared for their role. I think with children, you have to teach them young. So I'm getting my boys involved in the library at this young and tender age. And my 4-year-old loves to read. So yeah, I think it's not, the library also is not just for children. It will also be for teenagers and adults. So we need a variety of books, Black history books, Black representation books, books written by Black authors. But it is a library. It's not exclusive. It will be something that is available to everyone. And we will also be showcasing the amazing Rwandan talent. There's so many artists that are just phenomenal. So we will be showcasing their art in the library gallery, that you guys who are coming, visiting, yes, you can read books, and even the diasporans who are here who want to take out books and read books, that will be available. But also supporting young Rwandan young people who are really trying to make it in life. You can support by purchasing their art, and the arts are on canvas. So if you're visiting, you can roll up that canvas, put it in your suitcase, and then when you get to the States, you can put it together and have it on your wall, because there's some really truly amazing talent here in Rwanda, in Africa as a whole. And I'm seeing that. And one thing that's really great about the work that I'm doing, if I should say so myself, is that I am starting to reach, my content is starting to reach young people in Rwanda who are passionate about development and contributing their skills. So more recently, 2 young people who have amazing skills in art have come forward to do the murals for the library. So I'm super excited that they came forward to volunteer their skills, and more things will be happening. So watch this space, because your girl, Lady Visionary, did not come to play. I did not come to Africa to play. So I'm very excited. The future is looking bright. I'm looking forward to 2023. I feel like 2022 has gone by so fast, and currently still planning and putting my goals together for 2023. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to show you all more with regards to the library and other projects that I'm doing for the community. And again, if you're in Rwanda and you want to come and see how this project is developing, you want to come and see it for yourself, then you're invited. You're very welcome. So do reach out to me. Right, we have Marlon Cox in the building. Hey, good morning, happy Sabbath from Lexington, and just joining in the conversation. Hello and welcome. I feel like it's been a while. I know it has probably been a while because I haven't been on live, so it's not your fault, it's mine. Um, is it Sagar Ali saying great business? I've seen it recently. Thank you so much. I think he's talking about my hotel project, my glamping site. And again, I will leave the link to my glamping site. And I do have a promo video on my channel that showcases the hotel, and you guys should go and check it out. And also, I will leave a link down below with regards to if you're coming to Rwanda and you want to book, maybe you want to book a day trip, you can do both a day trip with lunch and a boat tour of the lake. And if you want to, come and stay a couple of days, again, that option is also available, right? Honeycomb is saying, can't wait to visit your hotel. Yes, next time you come to Rwanda, please reach out. Please come and visit the hotel. Like, you will have a phenomenal time, right? I guarantee you that, or your money back. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, Nano Dreams. Oh wow. My goddaughter is half Jamaican and a Ghanaian. So my niece, I think I told you that my sister's married to a Ghanaian. So my niece, who was here in Rwanda not long ago, she's half Jamaican and half Ghanaian as well. So yeah, quite a beautiful mix. I just want to say thank you so much for the super chat, Nana Dreams. That will be going to our library. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, anyone that's in here, just smash the like button. I'd really appreciate that. And again, if you want to support the library, you can do that via a super chat. So thank you. Okay, so quite a few comments here. Saga Ali saying, I have 7 kids. Could I found a non-local English private teacher for kids in Kigali? So yes, I think in Kigali you will have a lot more options, and you should be able to find an English teacher for your kids. So yeah, maybe yeah, in Musanze it'd be very, very challenging, but in Kigali you have a lot more options. A lot more options. Planning to relocate from Middle East to Rwanda. Welcome. So Nana Dreams are our children reading books. That's brainwashing them. Thank you for what you are doing. You're an inspiration. Thank you so much. So yes, there will be, you come to the library, there will be a lot of Black history books. You just be overwhelmed. Like the children, the teenagers, the adults will just be overwhelmed by books, Black history, and also books by Black authors, and books that represent people of color like us. So maybe some people don't like that term, but okay, African people. And again, it's not exclusive to us. Others can come and see what we're doing, and the importance. Because I feel like also it is something that's quite important, because when you're talking about this to some Rwandans, they really don't understand the importance. So, I see the challenge, and some of you may agree with that. In Africa, there's still that self-hate, there's still that disunity, that lack of cohesiveness. The way that we treat each other is still so problematic. The hierarchy, even between the peoples. So there's something that those constructs that we really need to break down and dissolve in order for us to really come together and make progress as a people. And I feel like, and I know that the library is one way that I'm contributing to educating our people, uniting our people, and developing our future leaders. So I'm really passionate about that, and I can really see the positive impact that this library is going to have on so many people, and engaging Rwandans and beyond. So it's really going to be something. So again, I encourage you, if you're coming to Rwanda, if you're already in Rwanda, you want to see what I'm doing, you want to support, come down to the north, take a day trip up to the north and see what I'm doing. But I'm also documenting the journey on YouTube, So if you haven't seen that so far, because we're currently renovating the building and working on the outdoor landscape, making it more comfortable, inviting, and so on. If you haven't seen those videos are currently up on my channel. So I will continue to document the progress of the library, right? So do keep up to date and do email me if you have any questions. And again, email me if you have any questions and if you also want to support. We have Jarina Star in the building. Hey, hey, hey. How are you doing? I know you're out in Tanzania. I'll send out the link also. If anyone wants to come in and say hi or has a question, I will send out the link. So I think that's it. Jarina Star is saying, love the work you're doing. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate that. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. So what I will do now, I'll see if I can, bear with me. I'll see if I can send out the link to anyone who wants to come here and basically, if you have a question or anything like that, then you can. Ooh, right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. I'm making a mess of this now. Oh. Uh-oh. Bear with me for any of you who may be interested to come and say hi. If you want to add something to the conversation, then you're welcome. I have actually sent the link in the chat, and I will also try to send. So I'll wait for you. If you have any questions as well, then you can send that out to me. And if you didn't want to donate on Super Chat to the library, then you can also support via PayPal. And I also will send out the PayPal link. Just reference library, right? Or Black Library. Yeah. But it's been really great, guys. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. I've tried to answer as many of your questions as I can. So thank you so much. Sorry, guys, bear with me. But if you all don't have any other questions or any other contributions, then I will be ending the chat in the next 5 minutes or so. So again, I've just sent out the PayPal link for anybody who wants to support via PayPal for towards our library. Every little helps. Thank you guys so much. Merlon Cox has a question. We have properties in Georgia, USA. It's 5.72 hectares. Is it possible to obtain that amount of land in Musanze for non-residents? Right, that's a good question. So as I was saying, that if you want to acquire that type of land, it will have to be for business purposes. So you have to apply for a business investment certificate, right? You have to apply for a business investment certificate via RDB. And you need to be able to basically show your business plan and a 5-year cash flow and also pay a fee of $500, right? So yes, you can acquire that amount of land, but yes, that will be for business purposes, and you need an investment certificate in order to acquire that type of land, right? So again, if any of you are interested to do a consultation with me, it is very affordable. You can reach out to me. I will leave all the details down below as well if you want to reach out to me for a consultation, so we can go more into details about some of your questions. There may be questions or things that you need clarification on, direction with, help with. The consultations are very, very useful. And I've had people who have come on the ground who have not had consultations. I've spoken to them after they've got here, and they have made a lot of mistakes, lost money as well. And you don't need to do that. I'm here for you. You don't need to lose money because you're trying to save money on a consultation. There's actually the consultation, yes, it's a paid consultation, it's very affordable, but it's also helping me to progress with my projects here. So by helping me, I'm also helping you. So please, if you can, book a consultation with me as well. Francis is in the building. I see you. Hello, Lady Visionary. How are you and family? We're doing great. Lovely to see you here. How are you? So we have Honeycomb here. Let's add you to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you clearly.
It's so good to see you. Thank you for doing the live. I'm glad to see you're back. I totally understand what it's like when you have little ones. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yes. But no, I was there August through September, and it is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend if you go to Rwanda to at least carve out a month. You know, you said 3 months, and towards the end, I had something planned at that month mark back in the States. Had I not planned that, I would have stayed at least 3 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, if you can, if people coming to visit, if they can stay that 3 months, but I know that sometimes that's not always, affordable, or it's not always possible. But
Right.
if they have the means and they can, I'd say come, because it really gives you a deeper feel for the place and maybe a deeper connection. And just
Hmm.
being able to gather and soak up so information, because I think it's crucial for relocating here. For me personally, some people come and they're like, okay, 2 weeks, but I feel like that is not enough, because even I've had people come and visit a couple of times over a period of time. Maybe they've come 2 weeks and then they've gone back, and then after 6 months they've come back,
Yeah.
and kind of they've done that breakup. But even with
Hmm.
them, they're like, whoa, even like people who have then relocated have been like, wow, like I didn't know this, I didn't know that, I didn't, and so that's from the information I'm gathering from the diaspora. I'm saying, well, I'm thinking and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, I think, coming, you need 2 3 months. Yeah, I'd say minimum 3 months if you can, to really get a feel. And
Yes.
don't get too excited. Just, you know, be on the ground and soak up the information, learn from the people, really just delve deeper than just the surface level, things that you may see and so on. It goes far deeper than that. And that will be the key to your final decision with regards to whether you want to relocate here, because it's a big decision and you need to be ready.
Yes. I agree. I totally agree. Totally
So what
agree.
did you get
Yes.
up to in Rwanda?
Say that again.
What did you get up to in Rwanda?
Oh, well, what started my visit there, actually even looking to relocate as well. My father had passed back in April, and his birthday was in August. I was determined to celebrate his birthday in on the continent, so I came
Mm.
there to celebrate his birthday and just to pay respect and honor to my father, who meant so much to me. And it was beautiful to be able to do that there in Rwanda, and to connect with people that got that and honored what I was there for. So I was able to do that. So that was number one. Also, I was able to check out properties, check out land opportunities, connect with businesses, connect with people that are in the health and wellness space that I'm in. So that was beautiful. And a lot of that happened through just it just like it all fell into place.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yes, it is good to plan. It is
Yes.
definitely good to plan. But some of the beautiful things, the best things happened were the things that I didn't plan for, to be honest with you. Those were the
Mhm,
best
mhm.
things that I didn't plan for, connections that I made. Yes, you want to plan, but also leave some room for some of the beautiful things that, the creator is going to open up for you while you're there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's for me, I think it's better to plan, but as you say, like some of the most beautiful things that happened fell outside your plan. And that is okay as well, because coming just with an open mind and just being flexible and just kind of glowing with the energy and the flow, I think that's also quite important. Yeah. So um what would you, yeah, oh yes, you said the fact that you honored your father. I think that was a big highlight for you in terms of Rwanda. But do you see Rwanda as, I think you were thinking about relocating to Rwanda.
Hmm.
How do you feel in terms of Rwanda being a country that you could potentially relocate to, and why is that?
Yes, I do. I think coming from the West, whether it's from the UK or from, the States, Rwanda is a good place to start, especially because of just infrastructure, things that are in place that may not be in place in other countries on the continent of Africa. Um, I mean, of course, I'm not, I've only, this was my first time actually to the continent. And so I have not been to like Namibia and,
Ooh,
other places that are also developed from what I've done my research on. But I think it's a good, definitely a good place. The part that you mentioned about language being a barrier, yes, it is a barrier. In Kigali, you're going to find more people that will kind of work with you with that, trying to figure out what you're trying to, ask for or what you're needing. Some may speak English. Um, when I went further out into some of the more outside of Kigali, it was more of a challenge. But what I found interesting is that if that person didn't understand what you were saying, they would ask someone else,
yes.
and someone else would be like, "Oh, I think this is what she's trying to say," or "This is what what you're trying to you're saying, like, I need to go to this place." Because a lot of times I would use either the bike taxis or the
Wow.
I mean, not the motos,
Yes.
motorcycles. I did use the taxis also when I was there. So it was a little adventurous, and
No,
that,
that was good. Wow, you
I
were on
wanted to have
moto,
a
taking
wide
motor
variety of
taxi.
experiences.
So you really tried to get a variety of experiences. And okay, what else was one of your highlights of visiting Rwanda?
Mm, let's see. Um, Meeting really good people that were of like mind. That was, I was, like I said, that was not something that I had not planned on meeting people in health and wellness. So I am a yoga instructor, and I came across a yoga instructor there in Kigali. Not only is he new to Rwanda, he's also teaching the specific type of yoga that I teach. That was just, it's rare that you find that even in the States. So to find that, someone that was doing that there, I was able to take some Qigong classes with another person in Rwanda. So all of that, those connections were highlights for me while I was there. And let's see, it looks like I don't know if the signal's frozen, but yeah, just really meeting really wonderful people. I did make it to the Ikawa Cafe, which is in Kigali, and I highly recommend going there. It was really nice. Um, lots of beautiful people. Lots of beautiful people, and the Rwandans are beautiful as well. So I highly recommend it and go for at least a month if you can. And don't be afraid to be adventurous. and yeah, learn something new. There's something to learn around every corner, and um, yeah, just a wonderful, wonderful country. I saw a lot of as well, so definitely
Sorry,
be willing to get out and explore the different regions and just explore and enjoy your time there.
yeah. So thank you.
You're back.
Yeah, thank you so much for leading on that because yes, my connection fell down. So I am going to round up now because I've been online for about an hour and 15. But I really want to thank you so much for your contributions. When do you think you'll be back in Rwanda?
It's in the plans, and it's yes, I will reach out to you when I'm on my way, because I
Okay.
want to make you one of my first stops.
Oh, I feel honored. Please don't let me down.
I will not. I will not. You will be my first stop. You will be my
Oh,
first stop.
well, thank you so much.
Okay.
I really appreciate you coming on and talking to me and talking about your
You're
experience in
welcome. And
Rwanda.
again, I
And I
thank you
do look
so
forward to
much
you
for
coming
what you're
back.
doing, and your
Thank you.
professionalism is just yes, it means the world when we can out in the diaspora can come across people that are professional in your space. So you may not be a Wodamaya, but you are in what you've done for us is in the same vein as Wodamaya. I admire Wodamaya and his professionalism, and so yeah. Please reach out to Lady Visionary if you need any assistance with Rwanda. She's an amazing woman. She cares.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
lovely, guys. Thank you
You
so
have a
much. And I do
beautiful
look
day.
forward to meeting you in person. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Um, thank you, Honeycomb 368A, for your contributions. And then, just really recognizing my work and my professionalism. Thank you for that encouragement. And yeah, I feel really overwhelmed. I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's things like that, encouragement like that just helps me to keep pushing and keep growing and keep bettering what I'm doing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you here in Rwanda. Just going to read a few of your comments before I sign off now, guys. Because before coming on, I did put the kids for a nap and I put them for an hour nap. So I'm going to go and get them soon. So you see, like this life of balancing YouTube and everything and kids, so I have to go and wake them up. So Marlon Cox is saying, I appreciate the information. So looking to converse with you in the future. May God continue to bless you, all your efforts in helping others to have a smooth and comforting transition. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you there. Nana Dream, wow, happy to hear that. I will visit Rwanda. I think that's through the conversation that we were having with Honeycomb. Nana Dream is saying, thank you, Lady Visionary. Thank you so much. Outstanding. She's outstanding. The Africa in us, just the love art emojis there. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciated you all being here. You could be somewhere else, but you chose to be with me. So I'm really honored. I do want you to take the time to smash the like button, share out some of my content. We really need to, I promise you guys, I will be putting out more videos in 2023. One thing I wanted to say is that it has been a bit challenging because my husband actually has been outside of Rwanda, but he's coming back. And, him being here really helps me a lot. But he's had to be outside to help push our projects forward because, as I said previously, I'm not really making any money on YouTube. At the moment, YouTube is not sustainable for us. So, my husband being the breadwinner, he has to go out there and really fight for our survival in Africa. And so that's why one of the reasons why I haven't been able to put out as much videos. but he's coming back, and I will be able to give you more content for 2023. So look out for that. And again, the library, we're launching the library on the 6th of January. I still need support with the library. You can support every time I'm live with a super chat. I did send out the PayPal link. If you do want to support, please reference library. The PayPal link is currently in the live chat, so you can click on that and support. If you're coming to Rwanda, and you can purchase, even if it's just a handful of books, 5 books, Black history books, or any books written by Black authors, or anything around Black representation, of all ages. So from 3 years all the way to adulthood, you can support. We also need laptops, we need desktops, we need toys, books, and toys for children from the age of 3 upwards. So there's a lot of ways that you can contribute. It doesn't have to be financial. If you're coming and you can contribute anything from the list, then please reach out to me. I will leave all the details down below. So thank you so much again. Make sure you smash the like button and share this everywhere. Thank you guys so much, and I really do appreciate your ongoing love and ongoing support. Thank you so much. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you. Take care.